Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dead Cells. So I was thinking a little bit about that thing I said yesterday, or maybe it was, I think it was yesterday. my memory, you know? About having more fun with it now, like post-break and still being able to enjoy it even though I'm not doing necessarily a great job. And it really is just, I think, a matter of the kind of pressure I'm putting on myself internally. And I wanted to take a moment to call this out, because I think it's an important thing to notice, and probably some of you out there do this too. Like, this game is super good, and it's a lot of fun to play, and I can totally ruin it for myself by putting too much pressure on myself and, like, feeling like I have to improve, and if I'm not improving, then I'm sucking, and what is wrong with me? And, like, it's okay to not always make improvement. And, like, any kind of progress, I said this at some point recently, too, any kind of progress, if you were to actually chart your progress, it's not going to look like a straight line going up and to the right. There's going to be plateaus, there's going to be backslides. Don't stress too much about each individual attempt having to be better than the last. Just work to develop good principles, do your best, and enjoy the thing that you're doing. And you're going to find, I think, that you do a much better job if you approach it that way, because you're not going to get frustrated and give up and go on tilt as much. So, let's just get in here and have some fun, shall we? I think I want to go this way. I think I want this one, and we'll go purple with it. Use the whip and the shield. None of these other ones really have a very good single color. I guess you could play this one purple too. Yeah, I'm gonna use the whip. I like the electric whip a lot. So that and that, I'm just gonna burn the vampirism because I'm afraid I'll do something irresponsible with it. It's fine. We don't need a full slot here. So victims burn when they die. That's nice to have. Causes bleed when you parry. Also, victims who have been recently parried will do the freeze explosion when they die. Is pretty cool. This is a pretty good pair of weapons. And then, you know, like the knife dance is fine. So we're looking to get that showroom as quickly as possible. And hopefully we can find ourselves, I think we'll stick with our whip. Hopefully we can find ourselves a real cool rare blueprint today. Gosh, I do think this weapon's very, very good. Whips in general, I think, are pretty good, and we actually have a bunch of whips that we haven't unlocked, I believe. We have a couple of whips in the collector. And one of them is a whip that we haven't unlocked because I didn't like what it used to be before, and I should really be a little bit more aggressive with unlocking that stuff in particular, because they've done such a good job in the weapon rebalance that I feel like most of the weapons I didn't like before are pretty compelling now. Like I even like the Spartan sandals now, which is a thing that I was not expecting to be true. I like our equipment so far. Another thing I was thinking about... Here, we're gonna... Oh, apparently not. Apparently we're not going to be allowed to just bounce this guy's projectiles at him to kill everyone. One thing I was thinking a lot is that a lot of years of doing this, doing Let's Plays, have shown me that I am considerably worse at games when I am talking, and those of you who have been around for long enough have seen me do a quiet episode on occasion to accomplish some particularly difficult challenge. You know what I'm talking about. So I was thinking about maybe doing a silent episode of this, or two maybe, just to try to see if it would make much of a difference. But also I know that that's not exactly the entertainment product that a lot of people show up for, so I don't know, we'll see. I'll think about it. Alright, there's our combo, which makes me much more comfortable going back and hitting that elite. And it looks like there is no time door for us this time. Do we have any of the scrolls? No, we totally don't. Granted, I'm not exactly playing at light speed over here. Oh, he was about to do that. He was about to do that lightning field thing. Oh, I don't love this. Okay, I got the good parry in there. I'm actually really pleased with the way that went. Yeah, downward smash attacks cover the ground with oil combined with our burning thing. Seems like a no-brainer, and then on top of that, it has purple on it. Alright, we're making pretty decent cash here. That I really expected the knife dance to just kill the rat straight up. It really does, like, almost no impact damage, huh? Oh. He attacked a little bit faster than I thought he was going to there. It's fine. We have uninfected food on the ground already. That's not even a real point of malaise. This is going to be a little scary. Oh, no. Oh, I hate this. Here, let's try to pull this guy a little bit further away from... There we go. I wanted to try to get the enemies to separate a little. That was a really bad type of elite to spawn in an area that small. So it looks like maybe these elites don't chase you once the crystals have spawned. Why can't I can't damage the crystal? Huh. Well, that certainly complicated things. Yeah, I guess... I'm not 100% sure. He was standing on top of the crystal, and the fact that he has an invincibility field on him while the crystal exists, I thought was just blocking the crystal, but then when he backed off and he was no longer occluding it, we still couldn't deal damage to it until I rolled to the other side of it. So, we definitely took a hit or two there due to a bug, which is a shame because there's no way to contest that one with the referee. So we're going to come out of this with, like, 2 or 3 melees, depending on whether we can find another piece of food. We learned that it is not always the case that the food in the little lore room things is poisoned, so hopefully we can find a non-poisoned watermelon somewhere or something. It is at least theoretically possible. Oops, that was just clumsiness. Right, this guy's definitely just getting bounced. See, sometimes those guys don't turn around for their second strike, even if you do roll through them. I'm never clear on... I'm always a little nervous because I never feel like I know whether they're going to turn around or not. And as we have discussed, when things start getting inconsistent is when I start taking bad damage. I need every enemy to perform exactly according to my expectations. Alright, we finally got our Explorer's Instinct. I think I'm actually pretty cool with our equipment. I don't think we need to change things up. Alright, and here finally is our showroom, I believe. Alright, so promenade's up there. It looks like we've pretty much cleared the place out. Let's go kill this guy and sell that, and then we'll eat our cherry and move on. 3 melees out of the first biome. Not the best start. Absolutely recoverable, though. So the graveyard's pretty tough. But I've been debating whether I'm pretty sure the other door to the cavern that we saw was in the Slumbering Sanctuary. And I've been debating whether I think that would be better. I'm pretty sure the answer is the graveyard is better. The Slumbering Sanctuary has those golems, and they are very scary. I think it's really easy to get an awkward position going. And then I think the Slumbering Sanctuary also has the training dummies, so I'm pretty sure we want to stick to the graveyard route. But at the same time, it's important to remember that if we're doing this blueprint hunting thing, we can't just take the same route over and over again, because we will... there are a lot of enemies that have things, what do you call it, blueprints in them that we are not going to encounter taking the same route over and over. Poisons enemies. Still does the freeze thing, does 20% bonus damage on crits. I mean, this is a fine shield. This shield is totally fine. This is an acceptable shield. I would have taken that Crusher if we had the open slot for it. Maybe we'll pull the Tesla coil at some point here. And then we could, like, if we don't find a new weapon by the time this whip is feeling pretty outdated, we could pull Valmont's whip, perhaps. We could also drop the shield and go for, like, a bow or something. I'm gonna stick with this equipment for this next biome or two, but we have some interesting options. And then I think I'm gonna stick with the yellow heart. Like, do we have a mutation available that would actually increase my combat effectiveness very much? I don't really think so. With some builds, you totally do. And, like, obviously, with a red build, you want to have open wounds by the boss at the very least. But I think in this case, we don't have a deployable. Our purple build is too close range to really take advantage of tranquility. Yeah, I don't think we're actually sacrificing anything by taking this. Not any combat effectiveness. I mean, we would be mostly mutating for sustain either way. So I think it's fine. Well, that was a bad start. Trying to get some of this, man. Poison does way too much damage. The poison from the scorpions, anyway. That right there was a momentary lapse of concentration. That's all it takes. Okay, let's... Okay, we're gonna have to go around. Let's try to cut down on the number of enemies that we're facing here, and then blueprint something so that we can get our inventory spot back. Okay, this guy right here. This is our blueprint guy. And I know we don't have a CC thing, but I think against these enemies, this particular enemy, it shouldn't be a big deal. No, never mind. Well, that'll do it. It's an outfit, hooray! Alright, so we're probably going to be starting a new run here in a second. But that was a good example of why you need some kind of crowd control to use one of those. So think of it, really what it was an object lesson. I guess that's another advantage that the yellow heart has, is that it gives you a way of blueprinting an enemy. Gosh, I do so love the electric whip. It's such a good item. Wow, that guy hit us and he just popped. It didn't even, like, force him back. It's just the force of the shield block deleted him from existence. Obviously, I think that, like, flasking here is just suicide. Flasking here is almost a guaranteed long-term loss. So we're just going to continue. If I can sort of claw things back together. The loss of the yellow heart already is such a bad thing that I don't think it's worth flasking. And if we can get a little bit lucky with food here, we'll maybe be okay. We could even take a piece of malaised food in this situation, I think. Which is a thing we really do not do very often. I will say that aspect of the higher difficulties, the fact that it really only takes a moment of lapsed concentration for you to lose very serious resources, is a thing that I usually don't do super well with in games. I'm very much a throw super hard things at me and expect an 80% success rate kind of player, more than a throw only very hard things at me but expect a 100% success rate. And you might say, oh, doesn't that mean that you're just kind of bad? Just a lack of consistent good play? And yeah, we all got our strengths and weaknesses. My strength is occasional bouts of brilliance, but only occasional. That should probably have just been a parry, honestly. That's a shame. I do love a shovel, and that shovel just had plus 40% damage all of the time on it, which seems like a pretty damn good trait. It's a shame we're not in either of the shovel colors. The game is just taunting us with really excellent items that we can't use. Yeah, man, there's so much to be said for the electric whip as a weapon. What a wonderful tool for murder this is. What if you could just swing a lightning bolt at people you don't like? So wait, there's a... Okay, that's accessed from the right. I'm not even sure he made it to the shield. I think he might have died before he got to us. Sure, I'll take it. What is it? Oh, additional pushback nearby enemies when the effect ends. Huh. That's weird. I'm pretty sure we've never seen that one before. So the way forward is back here. You know what? Just to be on the safe side. Feeling real nervous because we're getting to that point with the combo again. Oh, and of course there's an elite. I'm at 58 and there's an elite. We might be able to avoid having to fight the elite. Got him. I'm gonna just jump up the shaft real fast. Well, that was the plan anyway. Alright, combo. I'm pretty surprised he didn't take any of the knives there. Alright, let's go deal with that elite. I wish that when you reflected the projectile, it would poison them. I think that this is, even though it's an extra trait, I don't actually think it's an upgrade. Apparently it didn't hold the button long enough. I can't even consistently recycle my items correctly. I hope y'all don't think I'm a coward. I'm just gonna hang out here until my ice armor is back. We are in sort of a dangerous position. I pressed the button twice, by the way, and then apparently just immediately fired the armor. But I guess that's actually a good thing to do some of the time when you have this this trait on it. I mean... yeah, maybe it's a little bit of a cowardly move. Ooh. S-rank starred. Man, that's compelling. Do I want that instead of my shield? The shield has some definite value. I'm not going to spend 4,000 gold on it. It's nice to have a shield. A shield lets you get away with things that you could not get away with otherwise. Okay, this is probably not a situation where it makes sense to use the wings of the crow. Yeah, that's not a winner. Do appreciate the 1,000 gold, though. Oh, the projectile just stopped existing right before I was going to parry it. Ooh. So, big stun. I think we're going to take this over our knife dance. Yeah, wow, it spreads oil, it causes biters to crawl from the enemy. This is just a really great stun grenade. I don't know why there's a teleporter to just take you back down the vine that you had to have climbed up to get it over here in the first place. That's real strange. Oh, was that food? Was that uncursed food I saw? It was indeed. I guess I shouldn't have eaten that. We should have held on to see if cursed food was going to drop. And then eat the cursed food first. Because the cherries alone are not going to get us above the point where we were immune to one-shots anyway. Surprise! That is a really long stun. I am just overjoyed. This is a wonderful grenade. Alright, what are we missing? We just got the rune. Here we go. Okay, lots of enemies. There is a scroll down there. So we had best go. Just gonna hide in the corner here for a second. Okay. I think no. I think I'm really happy with our 2 skills. Oh, right, there's a thing here. Oh, I didn't let the scorpion finish spawning. Yeah, this is wings. Screw this. And in fact, yeah, there we go. Still feel a little awkward moving around with the wings. The fact that they make you super fast is both cool and also terrifying at times. And then on top of that, there's the weirdness with vertical traversal. I'm going to wait for Big Green to turn around, and then we're going to go down there and employ a stun grenade. Why is that not... There we go. Huh. It damaged exactly one enemy, and then for some reason stopped hurting people. Man, a duration this long on a stun with a cooldown this short feels almost a little unfair. I guess let's go clear these last guys out. They could be holding food. Where are they? Okay, they're over here. Ah, yes, I see why I did not wipe these dudes out before. Because how are you even supposed to realize there's a thing over here? And then there's a couple of bats and a scorpion. I have decided that this is worth all of our time. Sorry, it's one thing to value my own time this way. It's quite another level of arrogance to decide that this is all your time is worth. But I've done it. It's a real alpha move. I still kind of can't believe it is mind-boggling to me that that whole alpha beta idea like somehow got into there's like a whole lore room down here. Somehow got into the common discourse when it's like so obviously not a real thing. Because people are desperate to come up with any kind of, especially any kind of naturalism-based argument to support whatever their preferred worldview would be. Alright, let us get out of here. Let's go do a corrupted prison. Now this is... Hold on now. Let's think about this. This is a situation where maybe it's not a good idea to do the curse. Like, we don't have a weapon that's as safe as I would like. But we do have the stun grenade and the crow's wings. You know what? It's probably fine. We can probably handle it. No way, right? Victims burn when they die is pretty cool, but... Maybe. Over the shield? Maybe. You wouldn't want to go blowgun and shield. Some ranged weapons, you can go ranged weapon and shield. But this thing only has 5 ammo. I think we will not take any of these. I'm sad that that was the outcome of our 125 kill combo, but what are you going to do? And then I do have a fisherman's outfit for you. I did it. I brought you the thing. I kind of want to try out that legendary conjunctivious outfit. Just I'm curious, like, what does a 750 cell outfit look like? But, at the same time, you know, the Forge. Imagine how much better things would be if all of our items were always S quality. So... we still don't really have a strong purple here. We could take an off-color green just because we have, because we are rolling with a shield. And like, you know, what doesn't kill me? It's not a bad thing. My guess is, though, that I parry a small enough number of melee attacks, and also I'm pretty sure this only fires maximum once per enemy, so you can't, like, get a bunch of value out of it against a boss or something. We could just take Alienation. I mean, it's dangerous to add Curse to the Curse, like to add five kills to the Curse, but also, the health restoration would not be a bad thing. We are above 20% right now, so if we took Disengagement, it would have some value at least. Yeah. If I had Malaise right now, I would take Alienation. As it is right now, we're gonna hope for food. I mean, some food will drop. There's always some food. Alright, let's do it. Let's potentially unwisely do it. I'm not very excited about a colorless melee weapon here. Yeah, I just don't think this is a thing worth taking. Alright, now just survive. Only 10 kills. I didn't take Alienation, it's only 10 kills. Oh god, this isn't going to be enough time. Okay, it just barely was. Terrifying. Terrifyingly difficult enemies. Oh god, yep. He came up when he slimed over in front of us exactly that distance. I was like, well, we can't roll through him. But if I stand still, I'm just going to die. I'm pretty sure that attack's not blockable. You know what? I'm assuming that attack's not blockable. I guess it might be. Usually attacks that are in area like that are not, in my experience, but maybe. Well, let's hope for a better blueprint this time. Let's hope for a more fun blueprint. I don't really want outfits. So we could take this bow, the bow and the grenades. Or we could go for the claw thing. I could try to do a claw thing. There are so many stars in this tube. I think let's go bow. This is not a bad one. Right, look at that. Look at the stable mechanical identity there. So quick bow, bonus damage at max HP. Not a ton of synergy going on between our items, sadly. It's alright, we'll probably do better this time. That's my official feeling on it. Ooh. I think I do take that over the stiletto. I like the rapier quite a bit. Look how good that is. Oh, what? It didn't roll me all the way through. I was really not expecting my roll to stop. Usually I feel like we roll a far enough distance that it would carry us all the way past both of those guys. But apparently not in that case. Alright, that time that dude's fake-out charge actually played to our benefit. Well, this situation sucks. Ah, damn it. That's really rough. There's those chains are just close enough together that he just immediately climbs the second one after you finish climbing the first one. Alright, so with the rapier, it's very important to take advantage of the fact that you can cancel your roll with an attack, because you can generate a crit basically any time by rolling and then just starting an attack like as close to the next frame as you possibly can. Although obviously, easier said than done. You know, just be frame perfect. Okay, so we should probably just go right up there and grab that. I think we'll probably drop the oil grenade for the moment. I'm not a huge fan of the magnet grenade because it makes the enemies move very erratically. Oh, we don't actually have 3,300 gold right now. Well, hold on. Let's go activate the teleporter so that we can get back here easily. We gotta go kill, like, a handful of enemies before we can actually take the grenade. And you know what? Honestly, I might just try to get the failed experiment thing here. Did not realize that there was an elite there. I also didn't realize that you could. It looked like we were. It looked like we were pausing. Ow. It looked like we were pausing the initiation of his elite lightning garbage by hitting him, which I didn't realize was a thing you could do. Yeah, I guess this is an upgrade. It's a minor upgrade. Okay, so once again, we will be leaving the first area with just a... Ow, 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 stop. I hate that, that effect in particular, because there's no way to avoid it. You can't iframe it or anything, you just have to go to a different platform. Yep, can't even drop through it, apparently. I wasn't actually sure whether or not that was the case, so I figured we would try it there. This is a bad one. We're just gonna... I'm tapping out on that one. I figure if we take like 6 points of malaise in the first biome, the odds of recovering that are a little harsh. That's a shame, because I did like the equipment we had there, but I wonder what is a reasonable level of infection to tap out at? Because probably if you take more than a certain amount early, oh, this has got some nice synergy going. If you take more than a certain amount early, like it's got to be more profitable to just try again, right? So we don't know whether this is a red or a purple build yet, but I really like Poison Pistol plus Sadist's Stiletto for probably obvious reasons, and we have a stun grenade to try to blueprint with. Yeah, we can do this. This is even a good like combination of items to fight bosses with. This is a strong start. I don't necessarily love the skill that we have to go with it, our 4th equipment slot. But if you have 3 solid pieces of equipment, I think that's usually good enough. Ow. Wait, does it not crit against... No, okay, bleeding or poisoned. I had just kind of in my head made that a crit against enemies with debuffs on them, but it clearly does not work against enemies who are on fire. You know what? Let's play it purple. That is the one color that everything in our inventory shares. Take that, Adore. Yeah, I find myself getting caught, here. I find myself getting caught by projectiles from directions that aren't the direction I'm facing more often than ones from the direction I am facing, which, like, it makes a certain sort of, like, non-diegetic sense, but it really shouldn't... You can see approximately as far backward as you can forward. It really shouldn't be the case. But, you know, your eyes, you can't be watching the entire screen all at once. This is... Okay, it is phaser, not lightspeed. I do think phaser is better for our build than lightspeed would be. But lightspeed definitely has some advantages. Are you an upgrade? No. No, you are not. Alright, sewers. So we have 1 poison food and 1 non-poison food. Yeah, man. Damage is really fast. I didn't actually get advantage out of almost any of our stun time there. I was really hoping not to awaken that guy. Oh, interesting. I pressed the phaser button and it just didn't It just didn't go. I'm not 100... maybe I don't understand how this works. Teleports you behind the enemy. Yeah, I pressed E and just, like, nothing happened. That was my big, brilliant plan there, was I was actually going to use our equipment. It even did, like, a little animation, but then it just didn't take us behind him. So, bummer, man. We took a whole bunch of additional melees there. Alright, trying to make sure that I'm using the stun grenade frequently. Not trying to save it for special occasions, just... You know, we're going to take a lot less random melees, probably, if I am stunning a larger number of our enemies. Also, random bad hits, interrupting the combo is a serious concern. Well, this is a shame. I was hoping that this was going to be like an actual path that had things in it, because... Looking for more enemies. The path up above us has an elite right in the dead center of it, and I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to lose combo. 2 random elite garbage. There's a lot of... What kind of elite is it? Okay. There's a lot of rats on that platform, so we get a lot of kills real fast if we don't take bad elite damage. Boy, that didn't do anything. Okay, I was mashing roll, and it just... I think because of the elite slowdown cinematic effect was not rolling me, but that really sucks. The way the controls are just less effective whenever that slowdown thing is happening really sucks. I wish there was a way to turn that off. I think that might be that might actually be the most dangerous part of an elite. Is the fact that whenever you engage one, it's whenever they first get engaged, and then again whenever you hit them for the first time. And it's super weird that it needs to be both of those things, and also it's super weird that it ever happens at all. This is probably better than the phaser, I guess, since the phaser apparently doesn't work. The thing about a knife dance is, when I press the button, I know what will happen. Alright, so I think we've basically checked the whole place out. We have a decision to make regarding food. Because we do have that malaise watermelon down there. So basically the question is, like, do we want to go back to about 50% while maintaining the same level of malaise, or do we just not eat the watermelon? Am I... Honestly, malaise is so much more of a factor in whether or not we are going to be able to complete the run that we've been making, like, all of our decisions based on malaise, but I think I'm gonna take the larger amount of health this time. I don't know, making decisions that are right for the short term is something I try to avoid, but in this case, I think the amount of health we would be left with is low enough that this is the sensible thing to do. Alright, and then sewers. Alright, let's give this one more try. If this run goes well, this video is going to end up being 2 hours long, and you know what? That's a price I will gladly pay. Boy, it took a long time for him to actually grip the wall there. Plus, obviously, this is the right path. It has a free gem on it. Yeah, nothing to hand over. Alright, obviously I'm taking the YOLO heart on this one, because I have done a terrible job managing our melees so far. So, there's a cough syrup. Man, maybe... I'm starting to wonder if maybe the ramparts is the right path. Just because that extra food shop and the second real biome definitely does make it easier to manage your melees. Like, a lot easier. We probably should have blueprinted that guy. It's a good combo of weapons. Alright, I'm hoping that whatever the scorpions are going to drop for us, it's like a thing with actual mechanical value and not just the new outfit. With a long flat surface, yeah, I was going to say, of this length, there's got to be a scorpion. But unfortunately, he spawned next to another thing. I need a scorpion by himself. I don't know if you can do it to one that's already elite. I guess we're going to find out. It won't waste our blueprint thing to try it. If it doesn't work, it'll just... Yeah, okay. We'll just give it back. Oh, he was still sitting in the cloud, but apparently he was no longer poisoned. Nah. That's not an upgrade. Okay, I need a normal scorpion. Come on, long flat surface. Show me a scorpion. Really? Boy, if I didn't want there to be a scorpion here, there'd be 10 of them. I guess we'll just continue on and we'll come back. It's nice to have a setup that gets you lots of crits, too, because of the fact that crits allow you to control enemies' actions so much better. Yeah, man, stun grenades. Stun grenades are lifesavers. Thing is, there is one of those green zombies on this platform, and I don't really want to try to do the scorpion here. Wait, where did that guy go? There he is. Okay, here we go. This is one we can do. So we'll just lure him this way. So I definitely don't want to accidentally get that other dude involved somehow. Okay, it's another outfit. There's probably a lot of these. But that's a real shame. Get him to jump down here, and then we'll give him what for. I was really hoping not to wake the elite. They're so sensitive. This is not a bad elite to have this modifier, though. Dude, will not die. Jesus. Okay, there we go. Yeah, hey, that one's pretty good. And both of our stat points were off color already. We have not actually found all that many 3-color scrolls yet. That was a pretty good ice shield. Biter's Crawl from the Dead and everything. It's a shame we are not a green build. Alright, silly damage from one of the spawned worms aside. I think this biome's going pretty well so far. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think maybe we should be taking a path that goes through the ramparts. As much as the situation with the training dummies, the prison depths can be a nightmare. Having access to an extra cough syrup that early on could be a really big deal. You know what? Let's map this before we move on. It is kind of funny how the sewers ended up being the easier of the early biomes, though, isn't it? So I feel like that was very much not my opinion early on in the game's development. Early on in my own personal Dead Cells development. Yep, neither one of these is a winner. Boy, just an embarrassment of riches in terms of good shields, though. Hooray! Purple's our purple's our high stat, finally. Yeah, absolutely. That is a pretty good solution to our empty hand problem. What if we had even more control? But why would I jump over there? What am I thinking? Oh wait, he didn't actually... Ow! Damn it. Again, I just take bad damage from a tiny minion. That's not as big of a deal as it could be, because those guys don't malaise you, but... My combo! You know, it would be nice to get one of those combo doors. Let's create a cloud to lure him into. I wonder what the theoretical maximum number of scrolls is on this difficulty. Feels like it's got to be pretty high, right? That was a little close. That could have been managed more safely with all of our control grenades that I just elected not to use. Ah. Scorpion is very slippery. Didn't really think through that one. I went to hide in the corner before actually seeing where the bombs landed. And unfortunately, they landed in a place that made that a real bad strategy. You know what? I'm just going to burn it. There's no way we're going to take that. We may as well just burn it now. What would I want here? Would I be happy enough to just take an upgraded stiletto? This is like an 8++ versus a 4S is a fairly big difference, especially once we pay the money to upgrade it to S. It's not that big though. Yeah, you know what? I'll just save for the moment. We have some expensive purchases in our future. Boy, I am definitely getting hit in ways that are worse today than I feel like I was getting hit yesterday. We should probably have a turret, honestly. And if we're only going to keep one of our control things, honestly, it probably should be the stun grenade. The ice grenade breaking on any damage at all is a little bit of a bummer, even though that particular ice grenade obviously is way better for damage. On account of the enemies bleed when thawing and stuff. So, like, we're figuring out the classes of weapons that we're good with. We're working out the strategy of... working out the strategy of our route and stuff. We're putting together the knowledge necessary for the run. At some point, the run is going to have to happen, and that is going to involve some serious execution on my part, and we'll, you know, we'll just see about that. But the knowledge building phase is also very important. Ah, I can't seem to hit enemy. Stop. And then I did properly roll to the other side of him, but the game decided I was too close to the ledge and dismounted me. That was just that was a real sloppy one. Yeah, no light speed. No thank you. So, bad combo. We could just go to the ramparts now and skip the thing. I think, though... Ooh. Yeah, right? Yeah. I think right now, though, we're kind of reliant on alienation to get us back in the game. So I think we really have to take the cursed chest even more than usual here. The thing about this run is, if we got a good alienation off, we haven't actually spent any flask or our YOLO heart. If we got a good alienation off, we'd be right back at 100%. This is crappy. Also, that stun grenade did not go anywhere at all. Ah, you fool. Can't climb down. Why? He moves so fast. He just has no interest in not going maximum speed at any particular moment, and sometimes it's a real problem. Okay, turns out there's still a lot of enemies over here. Also, I do see a lore room over there, and it's like a long, narrow one. I think that's a nothing, but if it had a non-malaise watermelon in it, it sure would be nice. Yeah, this is the long trail of slime. So wait a minute. Does the body have something? There's like a couple of... Yeah, okay, the body has a small amount of gold, and then I'm pretty sure there's one more interactable in this one that has something. It's this. Okay, I mean, that's fine. And then the fastest way back up is going to be to go to the end of it and use the teleporter, which is on this side. Yeah, a good alienation will get us down to 1 malaise and full health. So it's definitely still redeemable. 100% still redeemable. I just have to play a little bit better than I have been playing so far. And hey, listen, one of those bursts of brilliance could happen at any moment. Unfortunately, I have very little control over them, it turns out, but it could happen. Hey, here's a blueprint. In case you wanted to look like Donatello. Listen, you put a Michelangelo outfit in the game, I will spend 750 cells on it. I'll go straight to that. Alright, we know we're taking alienation here, and then... we should probably take this fairly seriously. So do I want to... I don't really want to upgrade the stun grenade, because I'm afraid we'll lose the stun duration bonus. We'll probably keep this guy for a while, though. Okay, freezes. Drops a grenade when destroyed is basically nothing on a turret, but the freeze is nice. I don't want to spend much more than that. Okay. Alienation will put us right back at 100%. Not necessarily going to be an easy thing to do. And with these weapons, the safest version of this thing is going to require some patience. Off-color fire grenade. So the way things are positioned right now, we would have to take this over our turret. And I don't think that's the right thing to do. So we're just going to recycle that, take it as 750 gold. They're putting me up against these dudes right away, huh? Also, great. Great, we're gonna have to fight this guy while taking constant bullshit through the wall. Okay. The stun grenade plus the crits from the dagger should make it pretty easy, I think. Alright. This is another... Hold on. Can we get to that other ranged guy? Yeah, we just roll through. That's not the direction the enemies are in. Okay. It's a start. Can I... No, that's right. No using your head to scout while you are poisoned. Or while you are cursed. I wonder if the swords will make him unstunnable? No, okay. He cannot block the grenade effect. I'm going to hide for a second. Oh, that's nice. I don't actually know if this is going to be effective here. Well, it's keeping him locked in place. Yeah, we're definitely not taking that. He fell directly into my very clever trap. I'm a little nervous, because if we were to run into a sludge guy who aggro's on us while we don't have our thing up, I just don't feel confident fighting them on account of all the bad jobs that I've done. One. Oh no! Oh no, the worst case scenario. Oh, I was rolling. You could probably hear me pressing the button on my keyboard because I was pressing it with such force. That's a real shame. If he had not dodged, if he had not perfectly dodged the grenade there, that was it, and then we were back in it. That's totally doable. I can, at least some of the time do that. Now, the secret to being good at things, obviously, today I was playing a little bit worse than I sometimes do. The secret to being really good at things is to get good enough that your off days still look pretty good. You will never get consistent to the point that you don't have off days. You just have to get your off day level of play high enough to be good at the thing. And obviously, we are not there yet. That is going to be it for us for today. That's just it's just a completely stopped version of the end screen. So this is an OBS bug I discovered, the thing that's making the end screen do this when it loads up, and there's no fix for it. It just sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. Wonderful. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm starting to think maybe we do want to go the other way. Even though the sewers are so much safer and so much easier, the food shop in the ramparts might be a thing that we cannot afford to skip. It might give us a lot more consistency in being able to control our melees. And I'm trying to... Is there a food... There's a food shop in the Arboretum path too, isn't there? In the second tier part of it. I don't know if that would be safer, because I think there's no training dummies, but there are those blowgun guys. I don't know. I'll think about it. When you come back next time, tomorrow, I will have done that. I'll have a new plan for us. We might be changing up the route a little bit. And we'll see you then.